Good evening, football fans. Welcome to Durfee's Mac Aldridge Field for Week 4 of the high school football season as the Nauset Warriors come to town to square off against the Hilltoppers. Evan Massoud with you for the call on Fred TV. Great to have you for the broadcast. It's a beautiful late September night, and this is Durfee's last scheduled home game of the regular season. Of course, we do expect at least one more home game in November before Thanksgiving, but for now, at least through weeks 1 through 7, an early end to the home schedule for the Hilltoppers here in 2019. 63 degrees here as we get ready to kick things off. Durfee won the toss, and they will receive the opening kickoff. Nauset comes in at 2-0 after two really impressive games offensively. They stomped over Sharon 33-14, and then shut out Monomoy 42-0 last week for a 2-0 start to their season. And I'll tell you, running the ball, you're basically going to see another Somerset Berkeley type of team where they're just going to run it down your throat. They tend to go with a shotgun formation, but kind of with an option as well. Again, very similar to what Somerset does across the river. And here's the lopsided stat for you. 611 yards through 10 games. 85% of their plays on offense have been on the ground, and they're averaging 10 yards a carry. So that tells you how many times they get a first down, and that shows the story. Great opening return here for the Hilltoppers. Down the sidelines and tripped up at the 25-yard line. A tremendous return, about 50-plus yards for the Hilltoppers. And it's Javon Holly. That's a huge start for Durfee as they'll start deep in Nauset territory. Now the Hilltoppers, they're coming in at 2-1. Started the season here with a win. We had that game for you on Fred TV. And it was an opening night win against Somerset Berkeley. In overtime, that triple overtime game, 28-22. They lost the next week at home against Taunton, which was a winnable game, a real close game, 24-21. And then they won on the road last week against Quincy, who's really had a tough start to their season, but nonetheless, a win is a win. And Durfee showed up on their first road game of the season and picked up a win on the road in Quincy, 14-7. So a 2-1 Hilltoppers team. Can't remember the last time I said Durfee had a winning record through 3 games. So we're really happy to pass that news along, and glad to see that the team has started off on a good note. Tonight, probably going to be Durfee's toughest challenge of the season, according to assistant coach Timmy Powers. And we'll see what the Hilltoppers have in store for tonight. Again, a good start here on the run back. A 3-yard rush on first down. So we're looking at 2nd and 7 here from just across the 25. We'll try and shoot it up the middle. And it looks like a gain of maybe about 3.
Jay Hall on the carry.
2 yards officially, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. I mentioned last weekend over at Diamond, as we got our first look at the Bengals football team, that, you know, the good news with Durfee's home schedule kind of wrapping up now is that Diamond's playing most of their home games in October, so there's no overlap like we've seen in previous seasons. So we're able to bring you all the Durfee games and all the Diamond games this season, so we're really happy about that. Diamond's game next Friday is going to be at 4 o'clock, so for you Bengals fans or football fans in Fall River who can't travel, 3rd and 5, breaks a tackle, and that should be good for a first down. It's going to be awfully close, but I think it's good enough by maybe a yard.
Holly on the carry.
Yep.
Brought down by number 32.
Holly. Holly gets the first down on the 3rd and 5. Ball at the 13, so 1st and 10, Durfee from the 13. But yeah, so for those who can't travel and want to still see football on Friday night here in Fall River, Diamond will be home as Durfee. Well, see, Durfee's going to be in Dartmouth, so not too far anyway. And Durfee's next game, by the way, it's going to be at 4 p.m. next week. It'll be 4 o'clock in Dartmouth. Timeout, Hilltoppers, early timeout here for Coach Brown, less than 3 minutes in. But yet, you know, the ongoing mosquito concerns forcing the earlier games here next week. So again, Diamond playing at 4 o'clock here in Fall River. Durfee will travel to Dartmouth, 4 o'clock game at the Indians newly renovated field, and boy, does it look great. I was there yesterday for boys soccer when Durfee traveled up there. Some of you may have seen the broadcast live on Facebook, thanks to our friends in the business over at Dartmouth Community Media. And the new field turf looks fantastic. The new lights, nets, scoreboard, everything, it really looks good. The next step for them is their bleachers really need some work, and that's what they're hoping will be phase 2 here. So, but nonetheless, a fumble on the snap. It's picked up. And it's going to go as a loss regardless. Tough break there for Durfee.
Holly on the recovery and carry.
Javon Holly able to recover that one, but it's going to go for a loss of about 6 yards. I'm going to bring up a 2nd and 16 for Durfee. Back at the 20-yard line. 20-yard line here. Tonight is Hawaii night for the 12th man. The kids decked out in summer gear. And it's also homecoming night, so we'll have that for you at halftime as well. Durfee looking to pass all kinds of time, and now play ruled dead. That's a late whistle for a false start.
False start, Durfee.
He's going to back Durfee up another 5 yards. Going to replay the down, so it should be 2nd and 21 now. And that backs Durfee up now all the way to the 30, so almost where they started the drive. Wow, almost a false start, and a whistle, no whistle, but the flag is thrown, and it's a loss of yards anyway for the Hilltoppers, but the receiver on this near side of the line, the outside, he started cheating forward before the snap. So going to be 3rd down and very long. Nauset declining the penalty after the loss of yards on the play. So it also cost Durfee a down by declining that penalty. Kind of best of both worlds for the Warriors. And again, 3rd and very long, about 25 yards to go. Here comes pressure. They do get the pass off, but not nearly enough yards. Just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage was Holly on the... Ended up kind of being a bit of a broken play. You had to see that Thomas got rid of it rather quickly because of pressure coming. Holly could not get down the field. So going to be 4th and like 23, 22. Actually more about 25, really. Another really long play. Durfee will go for it because of the field position here. You're not really going to punt in a situation like this. You just hope that maybe someone sneaks through, or you can at least get some decent yards. Thomas gets sacked. Last thing Durfee wanted, it's another loss. It's the Warriors, with the help of some penalties and some great defensive pressure on the QB, escape what was a tremendous return for the Hilltoppers on the opening kickoff, and they take over on downs. And it'll be decent field position for the Warriors as well. They'll start at their own 35, 1st and 10. So again, you know, the Warriors setting up with their running formation that they tend to stick to. The QB is Bobby Joy, a senior. He had the handoff.
Number 24, Miles.
And it was a 5-yard carry for Miles Perry, the senior running back.
Gain of 5 yards, 2nd down and 5, Nauset.
Again, Nauset averaging about 10 yards a carry, so it's going to be a real test for the Hilltoppers defense tonight with the ground game. He'll hand it off again, and dragged backwards is Perry. He'll be stopped short of the first. It'll be 3rd and about 2, maybe 1. I guess you could say 1.5. There's an opportunity for Durfee to make themselves known tonight on defense, and oh, it's going to be close, but I think the dive forward may have been just enough. Well, where they're spotting it is not where the first down marker was. I'm surprised they weren't asking for a measurement here, because it was just barely, they were a little bit past the 45. That's a close spot. That's a close spot. I'm shocked that they did not ask for a measurement there. Low snap. Pass is complete. And it was caught by number 14, Henry Blanchard. First pass of the night for the Warriors.
Pass is complete to number 14, Henry Blanchard.
So it goes as a 7-yard pass.
2nd down and 3 Warriors.
2nd and 3. You may have heard another voice in the booth. That was our superintendent, Dr. Malone. He made the stop over to say hello to everybody pre-game. They'll hand it off. And Perry is stopped after a gain of 1.
Perry, the ball carrier, brought down by number 2, Dante Sawyer. It will bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Warriors.
So 3rd down and 2, very similar situation to the last set of downs for Durfee. And again, according to, at least from our eyes, it looked like there should have been a measurement on that last one. Not to say Nauset wouldn't have gone for it on 4th and inches, but kind of surprised to see Nauset pass that early, to be perfectly honest with you. Powering forward across the 45-yard line is Miles Perry. Good enough for another Warriors first down.
Perry, the ball carrier,
that one, 24, no doubt about it.
Play is good enough for a Nauset first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors now from the Durfee 41. A timeout called by the Warriors. Timeout, Warriors.
With 4:03 to play in the first quarter. It's amazing how quickly, you come from the summer months, and then in the middle, basically in no time, come near the end of September, and the 7 o'clock kickoff is fully under the lights. It's like, before we know it, we'll be setting the clocks back too. Not to say that playing under the lights isn't cool, but that first week of September, especially the opening night, when you get that golden hour where the sun is just setting and you still have some ambient light from the sky. Oh, Joy going to keep it himself. Breaks through. What a cutback. And he's going to go for the first down all by himself. Really impressive run there.
Number 5, Bobby Joy on the keeper. Tackled by number 6, Jaden Lewis. The run is good enough for a Warriors first down.
So the Warriors move the chains again. No, run it again. Power just across the 25, or right at the 25 rather. So a short gain, about 3 yards.
Gain of about 3 yards.
We'll be looking at second and 7.
For the Warriors.
Joy dropping back to pass, gonna shoot it long and deep to the corner, and it's too far. It's over and past the end zone.
Perry's pass intended for number 14, Henry Blanchard, is incomplete.
Blanchard, the intended receiver,
for the Warriors.
definitely had the height advantage over the Durfee defender, but Durfee had it sized up too. So 3rd and 7. See, I like that on second down when you go to the air and give it a shot, because then you know you still got another down to work with, and in this part of the field, really 2 more downs to get 7 yards. But I've always found that depending on how a first down goes, second down is always a good time to try going to the air, especially if you're a team that doesn't always pass. Joy on the low snap, going to try running himself, throws on the run, it is complete, and it should go for a short gain. About 4 yards or so.
Pass complete to number 19, Aiden Hanville.
Aiden Hanville able to make that catch just before the tackle and the contact.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Warriors.
It'll be 4th down and about 2. 4th and short, and the Hilltoppers have had trouble on the short conversions here so far. Twice the Warriors have been able to convert with 2 or less yards to go. So 4th and 2, big spot for Durfee, and putting the head down and the shoulders down. I think that's going to be good enough for the first. It's going to be really close. Durfee's pointing in the other direction. The officials have not made the call yet. I wonder if they'll measure this one.
We'll have a measurement by the officials.
So this one will be measured. Actually, I have to be honest, I thought it was good from here, but oh, I don't think it's good enough. Just short, and the Hilltoppers get the stop on 4th down by inches. Huge stop for Durfee.
The Hilltoppers will take over on downs.
So Durfee going to take over on downs after the 4th and 2 stop. So Durfee will take over from about their 20-yard line.
Jay Hall, the ball carrier. Initial hit made by number 7, Patrick Terrio.
About a 2-yard carry, so 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8, Hilltoppers.
Ball right at the 20 now, so the drive started at the 18. Now 2nd and 8 from the 20. Just 90 seconds left in this first quarter, been rather quick.
Keyshawn Rue, the ball carrier. Gain of about 3 yards.
That one was taken by Keyshawn Rue, who's back playing tonight, and was able to pick up about 2 more yards. Got a good jump on it and then was quickly covered up in the middle there of the pocket as he tried to break outside. So looking at 3rd and a long 5. Set Holly in motion. Thomas going to roll out to the far side. Look out, traffic coming. Oh, and it's almost caught, but in and out of the hands, incomplete on 3rd and 5 in a tough spot of the field. So Durfee going to have to punt it away.
Thomas's pass intended for number 6, Jaden Lewis.
We're looking for Jaden Lewis on that far side.
4th down for the Hilltoppers.
That's a good long snap. A really strong punt. It will be picked up by Joy, the QB. Gets taken out, and there's a flag that comes flying in as well. So last week at Diamond, the long snap was troublesome for both Blue Hills and the Bengals. Good to see a good long snap there. Wait to see what the flag is. Usually it's a block in the back on a return.
Block in the back by the Warriors.
Yeah, it was. A block in the back on Nauset. That's 10 yards from where it happened, so it pushes the Warriors back behind the 40. A bit of a break for the Hilltoppers. So the Warriors will have the ball at their own 37 to start their second drive of the game. Running the ball on first down.
Perry, the ball carrier. Brought down
Perry did not get far at all, just a yard, and it's going to take us to the end of the first quarter here at Matt Galdridge Field. No score after 12 minutes here. Both teams have had a chance to possess the ball. Both teams gave up the ball deep in the other team's territory on fourth down.
With your score, the Nauset Warriors 0.
So a 0-0 score here as we switch sides. I have to tell you, based on the stats that we were provided, kind of surprised to see some of the pass attempts from Nauset. I thought that they would really just completely keep it on the ground. So a bit surprising to see some early passes in the first quarter. I mean, granted, just a couple, but still. You look at Somerset, and that ball never leaves the ground. So that's kind of what I was expecting. Second and 9 for Nauset as we begin the second. There is a flag, whistles, and you know what that usually means. Usually it means a false start when the play is ruled dead. But in this case, it is on the Hilltoppers.
Encroachment by the Hilltoppers.
So that'll cost them 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4 for the Warriors.
Joy. Oh, breaks the sack, and he's gonna escape, tossing down the field to a wide open. Oh, it's through the hands. Well, Hilltoppers got really lucky right there. Should have had the sack, and then Joy was able to send it down the field to Joe Forgione. But he was unable to hold on to it. Wasn't a perfect spiral either, kind of a wobbling pass, and that might have made it all that much more difficult. So 3rd and 4. Oh, a fumble on the snap. And Hilltoppers pile up. Forward progress will count. It gets them back. A loss of 5 yards, so there goes the penalty yardage that the Hilltoppers gave the Warriors. And now you're looking at 4th and 9 from behind the 40, so it does appear that the Warriors will be kicking it away here now to Durfee. Joy kicks it away. Good boot. Jaden Lewis, nice cut back. Oh, and then he gets broadsided on that right side. Right at the 30. Big tackle there from number 57, Isaiah Puffer.
Number 57, Isaiah Puffer. The Hilltoppers will take over 1st and 10.
So from the 30.
At their own 32-yard line. Correction, 30-yard line.
Ball down at the 30, 1st and 10, Hilltoppers. Their 3rd drive of the night. Thomas hands it off to Holly. Holly gets tripped up, and it'll go for a loss.
Javon Holly, the ball carrier, tackled by number 7, Patrick Terrio, and number 9, Riley Bent.
So the loss of 1, it'll be 2nd and 11. Oh, high snap, get the handoff. And short gain on that run. Gonna bring up a 3rd and about 7.
Holly, the ball carrier.
We'll give Holly 4 yards on that. 3rd and a long 7 coming up. The line to gain is literally like splitting the difference between the 40 and the 41. So just over the 40. So Durfee might as well shoot for that 41-yard line. That's just what I'm saying, kind of a long 7, almost 8 yards. Durfee O-line gets it done. Ball is airmailed, but nobody there. Thomas was under pressure. The line got it done except for the side linebackers there. They came around, but the middle linebackers were really stood up. The outside men got to Thomas and forced the pass. That'll be another punt for the Hilltoppers. Jason Hall gets ready to send it down the field. Joy is waiting for it. Along with, it looks like Riley Bent, number 9. Another high snap. That one kind of digs into the turf. All kinds of pressure coming. The Warriors will just wait and not touch it. That's the right thing to do. Durfee downs the ball at the 34. That's a pretty decent punt.
Down by number 6, Jaden Lewis. At the Warrior 39-yard line. Nauset will take over 1st and 10.
See the Hilltoppers' big defenseman there, Eli Robitaille. He's on the sideline right now with our trainer, Kelly Mahoney, off to the right of your screen. And he's being tended to. Hopefully nothing major and no issues. And a pass on 1st down. Oh, it's caught on the run, and that'll move the chains.
Joy's pass is ruled complete to number 14, Henry Blanchard.
Good snag out of the air by Blanchard.
That's enough for a Warrior 1st down.
He had pressure there too. I think Robitaille was just getting some help with the wristbands here, because his wrists have been wrapped up. So he's back in the line. So he's not on the field, but he's on the sideline now. He's all good to go for the Hilltoppers. Running on 1st down, breaking the tackle again, bouncing right off the Hilltoppers, and proceeding forward was Perry as they cross midfield with ease to the Durfee 40.
Kelvin Strong. The run is good enough for a Warrior 1st down. 1st and 10 Nauset at the Hilltopper 40-yard line.
Clock continues to roll with each rushing play here, under 8 minutes in the half. Still scoreless, but Nauset putting together a few good gains here on this drive. That one's going to go for about 3 yards.
Perry, the ball carrier.
Perry again taking that handoff, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7. Perry again with the handoff. Puts that shoulder down and forges ahead. Looking like a gain of about 4.
Brought down by number 68.
So it'll bring up another 3rd and short. 3rd and about 3. Yeah, 3rd and 3 from the 33.
3rd down and 3 Warriors.
Passing wide open on that far side is Blanchard, still on his feet. Taken down across the 20 as the Warriors get into the red zone. There was nobody covering him at all on that far side.
Blanchard. Tackled by number 2, Dante Sawyer.
So a good tackle from Sawyer, but
the pass is good for a Warrior 1st down.
Hilltopper's got to watch out. That's the 2nd time they've ran that play, and this time there wasn't one person covering Blanchard. All alone. He made that break and nobody was close. You know, the cut back in, I should say. And nobody was even close to him.
Perry, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 1 is Jay Hall.
Perry carried the ball for
2nd down and long, Warriors.
no gain. Stopped right at the line, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Spreading it out a bit here. Fran Magliozzi on the right side. Joy going to keep it. Pressure is coming on him. He's able to cut back in and grab about 3 yards, maybe 4.
Joy on the keeper. Tackled by number 2, Dante Sawyer.
Yeah, 4 yards on the carry, so 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6, Warriors.
4-down territory here, so 3rd and 6. Passing. Almost picked off. Oh my gosh. With a little shove too. Jaden Lewis almost pulled a Malcolm Butler right there. Seriously.
4th down for the Warriors.
That should have been a pick 6 because he had nothing but turf in front of him. Boy, Nauset got real lucky there. So we'll replay it. Just basically replaying the down here. 4th and 6. And a timeout called. About 4.5 minutes to play in this first half. This is a big stop for the Hilltoppers. Nauset gets the 6. It'll be 1st and goal. Both sides are going to talk about it. I think the timeout went, was it Nauset? Greg? Sully. Nauset called timeout? Yeah, Warriors called timeout. That's what I thought too. Sully in the house here. Sully's been pretty quiet, which has been kind of, it's a new. And Margaret hasn't been quiet though. Nauset did call timeout. Thank you, Margaret, for the confirmation. This is what you call a working press box, folks. It's actually not that crowded in here tonight, which is nice. We all got our own windows. Fourth and 6, big spot for Durfee here in this first half. We're still scoreless. I'll tell you, you got to consider that a win for the Hilltoppers after the lopsided numbers that the Warriors have put up in their first 2 games. So to hold this team scoreless through a quarter and a half. Joy on the run, passing to the end zone, and it is in and out of the hands. No good. Boy, he was there. He should have had that one. I think that was Blanchard. Oh, it was number 10, excuse me. That was Tyler Good. And you know what they say, no good on that one. So Durfee going to take over on downs. But man, Joy, I'll tell you, Joy really, he's passing the ball more than I would have expected, and the ball was there. I mean, it was leading Good out of the end zone, but the 2 feet would have been down if he held on to that one. That would have been 6 points for the Warriors. So combined tonight, both sides, a combined 0 for 3 on 4th down. Durfee with 4:19 on the clock to work with here. Nice spin move by Jason Hall.
Jay Hall, the ball carrier. Tackled by number
That'll pick up about 4.
Miles Perry.
Now the Warriors are going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so all the more reason why that was a big incomplete and why this drive for Durfee, these last 4 minutes now, 3:55 and counting. This is a big possession for the Hilltoppers. And apparently this is the game to be at too. All the local Providence news stations are here, patrolling the sidelines.
Hall, the ball carrier, brought down by number 7, Patrick Terrio, and number 24, number 32, Joe Forgione.
Just about a 2-yard carry. It looks like maybe 3rd and a long 4 here, just shy of 5 yards to go. Hilltoppers trying to get to the 25. Thomas looking to pass, going to the outside here. And that's going to be a 1st down for Durfee. That was caught by Brian Cruz, number 8, and he got out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock as well. First complete pass for Thomas tonight. That's a big one on 3rd down. They'll hand it off here on first down, and that's going to go as a substantial loss.
Cruz, the ball carrier, hit in the backfield by number 12, Kai Pearson.
That's a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. So looking at second and maybe 14.
Jay Hall, the ball carrier. Initial hit made by number 19, Aiden Handel.
I told you, working press box, folks.
That will bring up a third down and long for the Hilltoppers.
All the little sidebars. Gotta love it. Timeout called by Nauset. That's their third and final of the half. With 86 seconds to play in this half, Durfee did not gain anything. Out of the timeout, and the Hilltoppers with 3rd and 14. Thomas looking to pass, and again, pressure coming, skips through the pile, and is taken down right at about the 30, so that's going to be considerably short, though. Pickup of 5, but it'll leave 9 yards to go.
Joe Forgione and number 7, Patrick Terrio.
And it looks like Durfee may be punting it away. We hit the 60-second marker here in the first half. And now a timeout called by the Hilltoppers. They used as much of the play clock as they could, and it leaves 38 seconds on the clock prior to the snap here, which should be a punt. So again, I want to invite you to stick around. Yeah, we want to invite you to stick around. Homecoming night is tonight, and our PA announcer Billy Thran will have all the candidates for you. So we'll be miking up Billy while we take a halftime break. So we invite you to stick around, though, here on Fred TV. Okay, you need a clean snap here. And that is a good snap. That's a really good punt. Takes a hop. And Joy takes it, jukes back toward the middle, and is leveled at about the 43-yard line with 27 seconds to go.
Bobby Joy, tackled by number 12, Kelvin Strong.
So we'll see what Nauset decides to do here. Again, they surprised me with some of the pass attempts in this first half. I mean, I wouldn't say it's out of the question to see Joy take a deep shot. Nauset is out of timeouts, so yeah, he's going to drop back, passing down the sidelines, and he's wide open for the first down and out of bounds to stop the clock, we would assume. I don't think he was taken out. It sure looked like he got out.
Number 9, Riley Bent.
So a quick strike for the Warriors, a pickup of about 13 yards. They're into Durfee's territory, 45-yard line with 19 seconds to go. Joy dropping back again. Has some pressure coming, but is thrown on the run very well. He can also just take it himself. How about that first down? 17-yard scramble. And he's out of bounds. That only took 7 seconds. Nauset marching down the field very quickly here to wrap up this first half. Actually, it's an 18-yard carry. So 1st and 10 from Durfee's 27. With 12 seconds to go, Joy dropping back, has his man on the left side, but I think we got ourselves a false start here. And indeed it is a false start. So that'll back up the Warriors by 5.
False start on the Warriors.
I'll try to have Jared bring this.
12 seconds back on the clock. After the 5-yard false start penalty. 1st and 15 for the Warriors. Trips to the left. Look for Joy to target that way. Oh, bad snap. It's on the ground. He recovers it, and he's got a lot of turf. Throws on the run, and it's... Was that actually scooped up? I thought that hit the ground. I think he got under that for the catch. With 2 seconds on the clock. That play stayed in bounds. Looks like Nauset's going for the field goal here. They're not winding the clock. And a timeout called by the Hilltoppers, so that would have stopped it anyway. Nauset going to try to take a 3-0 lead here into the half. Joy will hold. Can't see who's kicking. Looks like number 12, we're being told, Kai Pearson, kick on its way. And it is no good as time expires in the first half. So we will stay tied at 0 after 24 minutes. And I'll tell you, again, you know, after the Warriors put up a total of 75 points in their first 2 games, the Hilltoppers defense showing their stuff here in the first half, blanking Nauset. I'd say really where Durfee's going to improve in the second half is the offense. Aside from that return to open the game, they've done very little with the offensive unit. So some adjustments have to be made, but the defense looks pretty good. They're containing Nauset's explosive offense. Homecoming night ceremony coming up next on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Ladies and gentlemen, for halftime this evening, we would like to welcome the seniors from the class of 2019-2020 and their run for homecoming candidacy King and Queen at homecoming on November 29th. First, representing cheerleading, Aaliyah Barros. Representing winter cheer, Veronica Sang. Representing chorus, Nicole Yeomans-Nosko. Representing chorus select, Julia Bauer. Representing color guard, Dorothy Barros. Representing cosmetology, Amaya Costa. Representing the dance team, Brianna Pimentel. Representing field hockey, Aliciana Gonzalez. Representing field hockey, Savannah LaRoche. Representing the French club, Angelina Echevarria. Representing the golf team, John Karam. Representing the green team environmental, Marissa Deluz. Also representing the green team environmental, Cameron Valcourt. Representing the History Abroad Club, Giovanna Grizzot. Representing Learn to Serve, Alexia Giesta. Representing the marching band, Demetrius Crow.
Today when I woke up,
Representing the National Honor Society, Samantha Souza. Also representing the National Honor Society, Jillian Karen. Representing the Sixth Man Club, Thomas Michael. Representing softball, Julia Kelly. Representing student government, Noor Isa. Also representing student government, Nicholas Souza. Representing girls swimming and diving, Malia Baramia.
Is that right?
Representing the string orchestra, Morgan Souza. Also representing the string orchestra, Sophia Pavo. Representing symphony orchestra, Angelina Cashman. Representing theater, Andrew Curtis. Also representing theater, Emma Fontaine. Representing theater tech, Brianna Jusone. Representing varsity hockey, Andrew Saunders. Representing boys varsity soccer, Nathan Kucher. Representing girls varsity soccer, Catherine Callahan. Representing the video club, Lauren Baldo. Representing girls volleyball, Adriana Fernandez. Representing water polo, Sarah Carrero. Representing the yearbook, Cassidy Cashman. Representing tennis, Thomas Panchley. Representing cross country, Kristen Lavoie. Representing health assisting, Jaylene Hernandez. And also non in attendance tonight, Ethan Amaral, also representing the Symphony Orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2019-2020 homecoming candidates.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot-long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Welcome back to Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge Field as we continue Week 4 high school football between the Hilltoppers and the visiting Nauset Warriors. 2 quarters in the books, and we're still scoreless here in Fall River. Hilltoppers going to kick off to begin the second half, and here's your lopsided numbers. I said Durfee's going to do a better job on offense. Well, the numbers don't lie. Just 21 yards of offense in that first half for Durfee. So it really, they need to do a better job at maybe making some adjustments and trying to figure out something that'll work against this big Nauset team. Nauset on the other side, 137 yards of offense in that first half. And again, you know, to consider the fact that they put up 75 total points in 2 games, the fact that Durfee's held them scoreless through half a game continues to show why the defense of the Hilltoppers really is their strength. And of course, those unofficial numbers provided by Greg Sullivan of the Herald News. So we thank you, Greg. Take a bow. You know, he just gave everybody the royal wave. First and 10 for the Warriors, and it's Perry carrying the ball, a gain of about, we'll say 6 yards, maybe 7. Yeah, 7 yards. So it'll be second and short. Tell you one thing, Nauset really put it in high gear in that final drive before the end of the first half. Really got down the field very quickly. They had just 38 seconds to work with, and they ended up going for a field goal to end that first half. It was no good, but they made it down the field about 50 yards to where they decided to kick from in literally just over 30 seconds. So they can move the ball really effectively. And again, we saw that in the first half. And we saw Durfee come up with some big stops when they needed to as well.
He'll have enough for a Nauset first down.
The ball was spotted initially at the 40, and it was just moved to the 45, and now it was just moved up ahead to the. So now it's behind the 45, and that would not have been enough for a first down. So what is going on the field? Now Nauset just moved it ahead before the snap.
Perry, the ball carrier, tackled by number 2, Dante Sawyer.
I can't believe they just gave the first down there. No contest by the Durfee sideline, but I mean, we're sitting right here at the 50 as well, and that didn't look like a first down.
Warriors.
4-yard carry on first down, so at the 49 of Nauset, they'll look to cross midfield here. 2nd and 6. Perry with the handoff again. Oh no, Joy with the QB keeper, and he's got a lot of room. Gonna take it out of bounds before he can get tackled as he crosses the 20.
Joy, the ball carrier.
It goes out just shy of the 20. We'll see where it's spotted. Tough to see that far sideline. Taken out at the, looks like the 21. So it'll be 1st and 10, just shy of the red zone.
21-yard line.
It's about a 30-yard dash. And that's something we've seen too. You know, Nauset, their ability to have make some big plays like that, and that's something that the Durfee offense has not been able to do tonight. 3-yard carry, 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7, Warriors.
They'll hand it off. Oh, Perry still on his feet, pumping those legs. Bounced off 2 defenders, falling forward.
Hand off to Perry.
And this is going to be close to a first down, thanks to that extra effort. First down, Warriors. He did get it. They're calling it on the field. First and 10 Warriors from about the 11. And Perry with the carry again. Nauset looking strong here on this opening drive of the second half.
Jacob, can you wait for Zach? Zach has to go inside. After the game. Pass. Aren't you bringing it home?
Ends up being a 2-yard carry, so 2nd and 8. Oh, stuffed at the line. That was Jason Hall who jumped the line and grabbed Perry by the legs for a loss of a yard. 3rd and 9.
Third down for the Warriors.
Nauset calls timeout on 3rd and long.
Timeout, Warriors.
Whistles on the field to indicate timeout's over. So again, 3rd and 9 coming up. I mean, there's no doubt this is 4-down territory. If I'm the Warriors, I say take a shot at the end zone here. We've seen Joy's ability to pass it. He's going to keep it himself. Hilltopper's converging on him. Spin move towards the goal line. I think he may have gotten the first down. If not, it's going to be within a yard.
Ball carrier, tackled by number 58, Jason Babola.
Looking at 4th and maybe 2. If it had not been for Javen Babola, number 58, the big defenseman for the Hilltoppers. That's a big stop. Joy broke a tackle initially as well. So they'll go for it. Perry with the handoff. Perry is in for the score. And halfway through the 3rd, the scoreless tie is broken as Nauset takes a 6-0 lead with 6:31 to play in this 3rd quarter. An official timeout for an injured player on the field. One of the Warriors is down and in some pain. Trainer's heading out there. Helmet straps getting loosened. We'll step aside here during the injury timeout. We'll be back with the Warriors point after attempt right after this on Fred TV. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Okay, we're back. It was Blanchard that was helped off the field. The Warriors going for the point after. That looks like it might have been wide to the left. No, just inside that left upright. And it is 7-0 Warriors. So that kick is good from Pearson. And Nauset able to take the lead and grab the first points of this one. It's taken us all the way into the third quarter to finally see some points in this contest. And again, that injury timeout we saw, it was Henry Blanchard, number 14, who went down for the Warriors and was assisted off the field, not able to put pressure on that right foot, that right leg. Now he's standing okay on both on that far sideline, but trying to walk it off. I don't really see a limp. Might have just rolled the ankle. We'll see if he gets back in there. He was targeted quite a few times in that first half. All right, Durfee got to play from behind. About a quarter and a half left to play. And the kickoff. Going wide left, that's gonna go out of bounds. Or will it? No, Hilltoppers have to pick it up. Wow, took a funny bounce. It sure looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and it never did. You know, that's a penalty. Durfee going to start from fairly deep, just inside the 20, it looks like, or just shy of the 20, rather. Yeah, about the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10, Hilltoppers from the 19. Again, Durfee got to get some offense going here. What they've been doing has not been working. A lot of room to the outside, but cutting back in, that was Hall. There was a lot of room on the near side. I thought he'd try to get outside a bit. He has plenty of speed, but decided to cut in, saw a lane. It didn't really pan out too well. I mean, he did grab 5 yards, but I think he might have been able to get a little more if he had tried to take that outside route. 5 yards, never a bad carry though on first down, get you halfway there. So 2nd and 5. From the 24. They'll hand it off again, oh, fumble! And it looks like the Warriors think they have it, and they do. It happened on the exchange. Didn't see who fell on it because Paul was already past the line, but he didn't have the ball with him. So the offensive woes continue for Durfee. And that's a big turnover in the red zone now. are the Warriors after the fumble recovery. Perry dives forward. So you'll pick up about 4 yards.
Perry, the ball carrier, tackled by number 16. Ignatius.
And they back it up
Bruno.
1, so actually 3-yard carry, it'll bring up 2nd and 7. Second and 7 after a 3-yard carry. And a first down for the Warriors. First and goal. Well, Durfee calling for a fumble recovery, but I think they're saying he was down. No call by the official, but the Hilltoppers adamant.
Perry, the ball carrier.
First down, Nauset. First and goal.
First and goal, Warriors.
It must have been one of those bang plays, knee, and then the ball comes out. As the Hilltoppers defense thought they had a fumble recovery. First and goal from about the 6 for the Warriors, trying to make it back-to-back touchdowns. The pile keeps pushing forward, and play is halted.
Perry on the carry. Tackled by number 68, Eli Robitaille.
It's dead. That camera's dead. He's like ass cancer.
We'll say second and goal from about the 3.
He needs another battery. You need another battery? Oh, he wants the bag. You want the bag? Yeah, he wants the bag to put it away. Yeah. Oh, shit.
He'll hand it off, and I think that may be good enough to be awfully close. Perry is stopped.
Perry on the carry.
About a yard, about a yard short. So third and goal from the 1.
That'll bring up third down for the Warriors.
Perry forges ahead, and I think he may have gotten there. Oh, now they call it. Right now, it's a touchdown, according to the officials.
Touchdown, Nauset.
Fuck, man.
13-0 the score. And Pearson will try to make it 14. And it's good. So the fumble,
Extra point is good.
costly for the Hilltoppers. They're now down by 2 scores. 14-0 here with 3:11 to play in the third. Oh, that's tough too. Gonna get on that ball. Durfee, oh, and he gets tripped up.
Pearson's kick was recovered by
Jaden
number 8,
Lewis
Brian Cruz.
had it
Knocked down by
bounce
number
off of him,
15,
recovered it,
Ethan Lucy.
thought he had a lane. It sure looked good for a second, and then he got tripped up at the knees, falling across the 40. Or just shy of the 40, I should say.
First down and
Ball
10
was spotted
Hilltoppers
back
from
at the
their own
38, so
38-yard
Durfee
line.
will start at their own 38, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Keyshawn Rue,
Number 24, Keyshawn Rue on the carry.
and he
Tackled by
grabs
number
maybe
12.
2 yards. Yeah, right at the 40, so 2-yard carry for him.
By Pearson.
And it'll be 2nd and 8. Thomas looking to pass, going outside here to Holly, and Holly swarmed by the Warriors, taken down after a short gain on the completed pass.
Thomas's pass to number 3, Javon Holly, is complete. Tackled by number 9, Riley Bent.
It's going to be a 1-yard pass. 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7. for the
We roll up
Hilltoppers.
on the 2-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. It's a big 3rd down here for Durfee. Gonna hand it off. Breaking outside, and oh, I think he may have gotten there. That looks good.
Handoff to number 3, Javon Holly.
Holly, and now a flag is thrown
Riley Bent.
right in front of the
There is a
bench.
flag on the play.
That was almost an immediate flag as soon as the play was over. And it is enough for a 1st down. Thinking it was sideline interference. Again, it's definitely enough for a 1st down. I mean, I'm literally sitting at the 49-50, and it's clearly enough. And the officials continuing to talk about it. Flag came after the 1st down was gained. But I think we're hearing in the booth here that it's 15 yards, I believe. But I think the 1st down will count. So Durfee would essentially lose 15 and then get a fresh set of downs, if that's indeed the call. Again, the officials still discussing it on the field. I think they might have picked it up. Oh no, they're backing it up. So the 1st down counts. And now a 15-yard penalty.
Sideline interference on Durfee. The fall occurred after the Hilltoppers picked up the 1st down.
So the 1st down is going to count.
There'll be a 15-yard penalty.
The chains are in the wrong spot now. They moved forward.
1st down Hilltoppers.
Oh, no, you know, it's the first down is from the 49 of Durfee, and then they back them up 15. So it's really 1st and 25. Talk about digging yourselves a hole. Thomas not going anywhere, and there's a loss of a few more. That went for a loss of about 5. Now Durfee's looking at a 2nd and 30. Incredibly frustrating night offensively for the Hilltoppers. They catch a break with the 3rd down conversion on 3rd and long, and then the penalty kills them. Backs them up 15. Thomas passing, it is caught. Some room to move. Down the sidelines. 1st down and more. Durfee, touchdown Hilltoppers!
Thomas's pass is complete to number 8, Brian Cruz.
Brian Cruz with a 71-yard touchdown reception. And the Hilltoppers on the board. There's the big play we've been waiting for. Wow. Cruz, a junior. 5'11", 170, and a pair of wings. Kid can fly. Holy cow. And Durfee gonna go for 2 here. That is a little surprising to me, and that's not going to be good. Nonetheless, the Hilltoppers on the board, something that they desperately needed. They got the score back.
The 2-point conversion is no good.
And it's a 1-possession game again here as we're in the final minute of that 3rd quarter, of this 3rd quarter, I should say. 14-6, the score. Well, that 71-yard pass will pad the offensive yards just a little bit. Help the stats out. Most importantly, gets Durfee on the board. Hilltoppers will kick off to the Warriors. Soft kick. Falling on it at the 35. Looks like that's number 80. Dom Agrila.
Kickoff recovered by number 80. Dom Agrila.
The Warriors with decent position. They'll start from their own 35. For the Hilltoppers, this is as good a time as any now to really pull off a big offensive stop, a defensive stop rather, and slow down the Warriors offense, who scored on 2 straight possessions here. Especially after you get that big play, you want your offense back out on the field as quickly as possible. And it's a good stop on 1st down for no gain. I think they gave it to number 2. No, Perry was still out there. Perry carried the ball. 15 seconds left in the quarter. I think this is going to take us to the end of it, which will bring up the final 12 minutes of play. Indeed, it will. Late clock still rolling, plenty of time. And we'll go into the third quarter break here. So after 3, we've seen all 20 points come in this third quarter after that scoreless first half. Durfee down by 8. Warriors just got the ball back. And they did lose a yard, actually, on that first play from scrimmage on this drive. So it'll end up being 2nd and 11 once we flip sides again. Durfee seeing Ray Ocasio on the sideline with our trainer, Kelly Mahoney. He's just back in as well. Coach Powers telling me that he's back with the team, had been, I guess, dealing with an injury and maybe even some cramping. You know, this time of the year is sometimes difficult with that too, because you know, you're going from somewhat warm at kickoff to a falling temperature. He's good to go now, back up and moving around. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter to begin here. 14-6, Durfee trails Nauset as week 4 of the football season sees its final quarter. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV. Hilltoppers can't take Joy down. Should have been sacked. Ends up gaining about 6 or 7 yards. 7 yards as it turns out. And they'll be looking at a 3rd and 4.
Joy on the keeper. Tackled by number 1.
Kid is so tough to tackle, man. He can cut in, cut out.
Gain of 6 yards. 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors.
Joy has escaped being sacked at least 4 times in this game. They hand it off to Perry, and Perry is stopped, it appears, about a yard short of the first down.
Perry, the ball carrier, tackled by number 68, Eli Robichaud.
So it's going to be 4th and 1.
The ball is marked short of the line of game. 4th down for the Warriors.
So 4th and 1, it looks like they will punt it away. Joy sends it in the air. A very high kick, doesn't go very far, and it'll bounce and be downed at the 30. We'll take a quick break here at the change of possession. We'll be right back on Fred TV.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
All right, we're back. Hilltoppers taking over after they make the stop defensively from just inside their 30 at the 31. Took a quick break there. Actually have to change out the battery real quick. So thank you for sticking with us and welcome back to the game. 10 minutes to play. Durfee got that stop they needed
Gain of 3 yards.
on defense.
7 Hilltoppers.
Now they'll look to the offense to try to get back down the field again and potentially tie up the game. 3-yard carry on first down, 2nd and 7. Thomas looking to pass. Oh, and a flag comes in. Wow, really late flag on the far side.
Flag on the play.
False start on Durfee.
False start on the Hilltoppers. It's a 5-yard penalty that'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
So the false start backs Durfee up 5, looking at 2nd and 12. Durfee will hand it off, and Hall gets bounced to the ground. Might have even lost a yard.
I'm freezing.
See the spot. Actually, no. No gain is what it ends up being. So 3rd and 12. Another big 3rd down conversion.
3rd down and 12 Hilltoppers.
Thomas dropping back, pressure coming from the left side, throwing on the run, and it is, oh, I think it might have been swatted away by number 9, Riley Bent.
Intended for number 3, Javon Holly, is knocked down. That will bring up 4th down for the Durfee Hilltoppers.
So an incomplete pass on 3rd and 12. It would have been enough, I think, for the 1st down, but nonetheless. 4th and 12, and Jason Hall will have to kick it away. So Nauset gets to stop this time. And it'll be Joy and Bent ready to receive at about the 38-yard line. Another false start for the Hilltoppers.
False start on the Hilltoppers.
They'll replay the snap. It'll be 4th and 17, the official numbers before the kickoff, the punt, I should say. Snap is good, kick on its way, another good punt. Takes a good bounce. Joy picks it up, and it's tackled at the 48.
Hall's punt is fielded by number 5, Bobby Joy. Tackled by number 6, Jaden Lewis.
Lewis with the tackle. The Warriors are going to have great field position here, just shy of midfield.
First down, Warriors.
Alexis!
At their own 48-yard line.
What do you know? Perry with the handoff. Takes it.
Perry the ball carrier. Initial hit made by number 10, Nigeria.
It's a gain of
Montero,
5.
tackled by number 2, Dante Sawyer.
And it'll be 2nd and 5. This game almost 2 hours old in real time. Coming up on 10 of 9 after the 7 p.m. kickoff. The extended halftime, of course, as well, with homecoming night tonight, so that adds to it a little bit. Perry with the carry again, and that's going to be close to a 1st down. looked pretty good, but I think
Tackled by number 68,
the
Eli
linesman
Rosenthal.
marking him a little short. Yeah, it looks pretty good. First down. Yep, they give it to him. So the Warriors move the chains, and with every running play, the clock continues to wind down and shorten the fourth quarter. Four-yard carry on first down for Perry. Second and 6. Perry falling forward to about the 25-yard line.
Perry on the carry, tackled by number 68, Eli Rosenthal, and number 78.
3-yard carry, and it'll be third and 3. Joy scrambles, breaks another tackle, and once again avoids the sack and makes something of it. First down for the Warriors.
Tackled by number 68, Eli Rosenthal, number 8, Brian Cruz.
I mean, Perry's had a good night running the ball. I don't know why Joy doesn't run it every time. He seems to break tackles left and right. Five minutes to play in the game. The Warriors using the play clock to their advantage. They got the lead. They're getting the first downs. And they're really shortening this fourth quarter up. Perry carrying it, and it's stopped. That's a good stop on first down. Minimal gain.
Perry, the ball carrier, tackled by number 52, Ray Ocasio.
Second and 9. And a false start coming, I think. Yep. And that'll back up the offense. 5 yards.
False start on the Warriors.
Joy looking to pass, gonna shoot it long and deep to the corner, and it's incomplete. And they're throwing the flag. That's a late flag. The ball was out of play. It was uncatchable to begin with.
Joy's pass intended for number 9, Riley Bent, was incomplete. There was a flag on the play. pass interference on the Hilltoppers.
There's a 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. With the new Federation rules, there is no uncatchable, so that doesn't matter. Our official here in the booth explaining, re-explaining some of the new rules, making sure the interpretation's right, so we appreciate that. So it's not an automatic first, but in this case, the 15 yards was good enough for the first down. So the Warriors get the first down on the pass interference. So 1st and 10 from about the 16-yard line. Perry gets the handoff.
Perry, the ball carrier.
And the Hilltoppers take a timeout with 3:19 to play.
Timeout, Hilltoppers.
They'll be looking at, or the Warriors will be looking at a 2nd and 7 when they come out of the timeout. Now, while we take the timeout here, we'll let you know. So Durfee, they're going to be on the road now the remainder of weeks 1 through 7, these next 3 weeks. Next week they'll be in Dartmouth. It is a 4 p.m. kickoff. Again, originally scheduled for 7, but not going to be at 7. It's going to be a 4 p.m. kickoff next Friday the 4th in Dartmouth. Then on the 18th, the Hilltoppers, after a bye, the Hilltoppers will head to Brockton and then to Barnstable on the 25th, and that wraps up weeks 1 through 7. And then from there, we wait to see how the team fared and if they make the tournament or not. Nauset will now head home for 3. They'll host Sandwich, Barnstable, and Old Rochester before heading out on the road to Falmouth in week 7. So they do not have a bye. They're playing all 7 games.
Perry, the ball carrier.
I think they just gave them the first down. I think now they want to measure it. They call the first down. They had to examine it from multiple angles to make sure they got the call. So it's a 1st and goal now for the Warriors with 2:46 to play in the game. Warriors are going to get 6 more seconds to work with here. 2:55 on the clock. Or 2:59. Okay. 10 more seconds on the clock. So that benefits the Hilltoppers, but if the Warriors score here, that won't benefit anybody but the Warriors. So Hilltoppers desperately need a stop here, and a quick stop or a fumble or something.
Perry, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 16.
This fourth quarter, we've heard nothing but Perry, the ball
Ignatius
carrier. We might as well
Bruno.
get that on tape so our PA guy doesn't have to keep saying it. He's done nothing but carry the ball. One of the Warriors down. Another injured player for the Warriors. It appears we'll be looking at a 2nd and goal from the 5. Next week on Fred TV, plenty more sports coming your way as we hit October. Can't believe it. It's amazing how quickly time flies. We'll have girls soccer. Finally get to see the Lady Hilltoppers. Next Thursday, they'll host Brockton, 6 p.m. game. That's Thursday the 3rd. And then Friday, been mentioning as well, as Durfee's going to be on the road for football. Diamond will be hosting Hull at 4 p.m. So we will be over at Diamond next Friday afternoon, the 4th. We're also going to be covering Hilltoppers golf outing against Conley on Thursday as well. They tee off at 3:15. So Jake and I are going to head over to the country club, get some shots over there, get some highlights to show you, and those will air during girls soccer. So you get to see the golf team as well. Always fun to get out to the country club. So busy end to the week in terms of sports. Beginning of the week, pretty quiet for us here on Fred TV. Greg Sullivan is just completely amazed by our new handheld mic. We'll fire it up and get his take here. We're in the injury timeout. Hold on a moment. Because Sully loves to be on the air with us. Try that out, Sully.
It's alive?
It's alive. Be careful. Greg Sullivan, everybody.
Hi, Evan. You know I like to come into the booth. Thank you for welcoming me.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've been in the booth. I just hadn't allowed you on the air yet. So I got to tell you, I've been saying it all game. You know, the Warriors have put up a lot of points this season. Durfee held them to a scoreless game through halftime. They allowed 14 points so far, but 7 of those came because of the fumble. I mean, the defense, Durfee's not played a bad game. The offense has just really had a hard time figuring out the Warriors' defense.
No, they haven't. They really haven't helped at all. I'm going to be fascinated, scared to add up total offensive plays for both teams because it's probably going to be like 3-1 in favor of Nauset. And I love this microphone. This is like the one Gene Rayburn used to use on Match Game.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Again? It's a touchdown for the Warriors to make it 20-6. It was Perry, the ball carrier, and that's going to pretty much seal it.
Carry.
That's going to pretty much seal the victory for Nauset here. 2:45 on the clock, and the Warriors with their 3rd touchdown of the night. I mean, to be quite honest, too, you know, this is really, it's closer than the scoreboard indicates, again, because you take that 7 points off the turnover. Certainly turnovers are part of the game, but extra point attempt. Pearson's now 3 for 3.
3, yes.
Yeah. 3 for 3 on point afters. He did miss the field goal at the end of the first half. But that was close, too. We didn't miss by much.
It was a quality boot. The guy's got a leg swing.
Yeah, he likes that. He's got a natural kind of hook to it. He likes that left corner because on all of his kicks, they've been to that upper left upright. They haven't been right down Main Street.
My take, Evan, I think Nauset's line is quicker than Durfee's. I think that was a big deal. Not necessarily bigger.
Yeah, well, they're definitely a taller team overall. I mean, you look at the size difference in terms of, stature. Nauset's big. I mean, we all know Durfee's line is big with Babola and Robitaille right up the middle. Robitaille's 6'3", 340. He's a big guy. It's hard to get through that.
Manage him someday, pal. He's going to be great.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to get through that. But in terms of height, I think Nauset's got him beat. And that can make it difficult. Longer bodies when you're diving as well because you're taller.
They're growing big down there on the Cape.
Yeah, the Cape teams are always tough. Always tough. And some of you, too, by the way, at home may be wondering why Durfee's going to Barnstable and they're not playing BR when BR is one of the new conference opponents. Well, that's because the football schedule had already been made up at the time of the changeover and the merge from the OC and the Big Three to the Southeast. So that's why we don't see BR this year. But moving forward, BR, Dartmouth, Brockton, and New Bedford will all be regular football opponents for Durfee. I mean, and we've played BR plenty of times in the past. Completed pass. Oh, nice cut back from Lewis.
Best plays of the day.
Yep. I think that's going to be a late hit here. Oh, it was actually Brian Cruz on the reception. And then a late flag. It may be a late hit. We'll see.
Evan, what do you think about this official with the long, long white hair? It's like a sort of fit Santa Claus.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so that's to the 40.
You've been on here for
Personal foul on the Warriors.
about 16 seconds of game time, and you're going to get me in trouble.
And a personal foul against the
Personal foul against the Warriors, so Hilltopper is going to get down to about the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Just like that. I mean, hey, if the Hilltoppers can get a quick score here before 2 minutes, you never know. This one's not over. I mean, 21-6 makes it very difficult, no doubt.
They punch it in right here. Things are very interesting.
Down into the
Come
corner.
back to it.
It's caught.
Cruz is Mr. Go-To here. He came back and got it.
Thomas's pass is complete to number 8, Brian Cruz.
My gosh, that was Cruz again. I apologize, folks. The 6 and the 8 is so tough to see the difference.
So
Cruz with another clutch.
Yep.
Excuse me, Greg. I may have just turned 30, but I'm not old. All right?
Look, and they are not wasting time.
No, they're not.
Thomas
Spin move.
Spinning.
Touchdown, Durfee.
Oh.
How about that for an answer?
Jay Hall on the carry. He
Took him 30, let's see, 40
You birds
seconds.
in the parking lot, get back here.
Right. 39 seconds, and the Hilltoppers have just put up 6 more points. It's 21-12. Now, here's the big play. You've got to get these 2 points here, or it doesn't really matter.
No, because then you're 2 scores away,
Yeah.
right?
So the 2-point conversion here will pretty much determine, I would say, determine the outcome here. But it's so hard to do that when you're playing high school because stranger things have happened in 2 minutes. We've seen some weird stuff.
Every yard's been painful tonight. Now they go down the field in no time.
Yeah, I know, really. This is like unbelievable. When Durfee has scored tonight, it's been quick, that's for sure. They have not done a sustaining drive. A huge 2-point conversion, passing to the end zone. It's incomplete. In fact, it's picked off in the end zone, and Durfee will continue to trail by 2 possessions. So that hurts big time. 21-12 the score. So Durfee does get the touchdown.
His 2-point conversion pass attempt is intercepted in the end zone.
Wonder if he was looking for Cruz again. All of a sudden, there's a new guy, huh?
I know. Brian Cruz with 2 very big catches on that drive, that very fast drive.
Durfee's got some big play guys. It's just the challenge to spring them. And again, I think we're looking at a very good football team out here. With kind of the Michigan Wolverine helmets there, do you think?
Yeah.
What they're going for?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, Nauset is good, and I got to credit Durfee. I mean, you know, I look back at this and I say, they didn't commit that turnover, that fumble. It's only a 2-point game right now. This makes me think of the Taunton game in so many ways. I wasn't here, but I certainly watched it back, and this is the kind of game it reminded me of.
Where were you?
Where was I?
Yeah.
Well, the viewers already know, so it's not like it's a big spoiler. I was at Fenway Park enjoying Peter Wolf opening for The Who.
Okay.
And oh yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. The Who was one of my absolute favorite bands. So, yeah. You know, I had bought tickets back in January, so I mean, I don't know when the football home games are going to be back in January, so.
What they cost?
What did they cost? I think they were like $100 seats.
How much?
100.
Oh,
I think they're $100. Yeah, I usually don't.
You're pretty,
I very rarely will go
you're
over.
pretty tight with your money, so that's all right. You can have a rip once in a while. You're not in my league. But
Oh my gosh. No, I mean, you know. Oh,
there is a game
live
going
ball.
on.
Yeah, there's
Side
live ball.
kick. Oh,
You know,
let's.
it's not so much. I mean, no, I'm not one to just go spend $500 on concert tickets because I think that's absurd. But you know, a lot of these older bands, which I like, I mean, you don't need to be front row.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? You really don't. There's not much to see. I mean, Daltrey can still dance around and, you know, lasso the mic, and Pete can do his windmill, beat Townsend, you know, but I mean, you can see that from the cheap seats. You know what I mean?
In fact, I have seats to recommend someday. I'll show you. At the Dunk, they're among the least expensive for a concert.
Really?
But they are all the way down on the side, even with the stage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
high enough to see over all the equipment.
They're great. That's a great angle because you're right. You get close to the stage, you're just not front row. And I've sat similar seats in TD Garden, and it's great. You're looking right over the stage when everyone else is way in the back of the arena, but you just paid the same amount for the tickets, you know? So, oh yeah, I'm right with you on that. We're doing a really good job at Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy digression here as the game's going on, and we're talking about concert prices.
Remy cracks me up.
He really does. You know, and I miss, he and Don Orsillo had such a good rapport. They were a great team. And I mean, I don't mind Dave O'Brien, but I think we were spoiled with Don Orsillo. That's just my own opinion. It's nothing against Dave, because Dave knows a lot. Dave's a good broadcaster. But Dio and Remdog, man, there's a reason that they were rated like top independent team for broadcasting for baseball multiple years in a row. They were just tremendous together. But Don's in San Diego now, and San Diego is just a beautiful place. Unfortunately, the Padres not much better than the Sox this year. But
And I've had the pleasure of being at the San Diego Zoo, and if you're out there, go to the Wild Animal Park. It's even better than the zoo.
Really?
Yes. Take the tram ride.
That's cool. Have you seen a game at Petco Park?
No, I have not.
No, I've heard that really is a beautiful ballpark.
I've been to Wrigley Field.
That's cool. I have not made it there. I've never actually even been to Chicago, to be honest with you. So I would really like to get out to Chicago and see a game at Wrigley.
Take the architectural cruise ride tour. It's fabulous. All right,
Is
there is a football game continuing
I know.
here.
And that's going to be a first down.
Oh, look at this. Is that old?
I think that's Perry again, and that's going to...
He's a bit of a ball hog.
He sure is. And he's tough to tackle. He and Joy have done a tremendous job. 65 seconds to play in this one. Now, now 60 seconds.
Oh, that's midfield. That's a first down.
That's a first down, and that ought
Clock
to do it.
is ticking. What do you
Yeah.
think? One knee and we're going home?
Yeah, I
The
think so.
21-12 loss for Durfee. Certainly not discouraging. A little frustrating, but
Yeah, I mean, both teams had a couple chances to score in that first half and turned it over on downs, and the defenses made stops on fourth down, and that's pretty much why we were scoreless. There's the knee with 30 seconds to play, and that's going to do it. So the Hilltoppers are going to drop back to 500 on the season with a 2-2 record. And the Warriors.
Can I announce the final score?
The Warriors are going to go up 3-0 on the season, 3-0 on the season, after the Greg with the score.
The final score here at Mac Aldrich Field. Nauset 21, Durfee 12.
Yeah, tough break for the Hilltoppers tonight.
Tonight's final score,
You know, and again, I look to that
Nauset
fumble
Warriors, 21,
because
Durfee Hilltoppers,
this one
12.
could have been a different story. You know, who knows what Durfee does on that drive if they didn't give the ball up basically in their own red zone. So I think that's kind of what I look back to. There weren't that many opportunities in the first half for either side. It really was a defensive, match. Most of the points coming in that third quarter. We saw 20 of the points come in that third quarter. So nonetheless, hey, the entertainment factor is always there. And, credit the Hilltoppers. It's good to see them score again, at least try to make it a one-possession game. They almost did. So, again, not just giving up after that late score from Nauset because, you've seen that from teams, not necessarily Durfee's, but you can see teams get discouraged after a touchdown like that late in the game.
And beware of Brian Cruz.
Brian Cruz. Hey,
can
what
I hand my microphone over?
You can. You done
This
talking?
has been great.
It's been great.
Thanks, Evan.
Thanks for coming on as always, Sully. Appreciate it. All right, very tolerant. All right. Well, final score once again from Mac Aldrich Field. The Hilltoppers drop week 4 to the Warriors, 21-12. For our camera crew tonight, Nathan Saucier, Cameron Norwood, and Jake Fitzgerald, our producer and cameraman upstairs. I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee High School.